Hello and welcome to Amazon Live. I'm Cheryl and I'm going to be your host. It is July 11th, 2024, and I've got some specials for you. If you want to look down below, we've got all the links you can click on. Go check them out. And I'm going to tell you right now, I grabbed a bunch of specials and deals that are on right now while I'm live. Those deals can end at any time. So if you missed the deal, sorry, there's nothing I can do about it, but I wanted to get that out there right off the get-go. So anybody that's watching, and if you're watching the replay and you say, ooh, that's not on special, well, it was. But if you click the follow, then maybe you'll be here when I go live and you won't miss them. But if you are on here live, you can ask family-friendly questions, family-friendly comments, but only during the live. Once the live ad is done, then there's no comments. So another reason to hit that follow button. I've got some stuff that I moved around and put up front because it's very limited time. We know these deals are going to end. And when, I'm not sure, but I'm going to get to them right away. Now, the first one up is the PELONIS 16-inch Pedestal fan. Now, this is saving my life right now. We are about 120, maybe 118 here in the Vegas Valley. So it is over here running. If you hear it, sorry. I've got more mics coming next week. So maybe we'll get some of that taken care of because I know you can hear that fan going. But this is a really nice fan, and I know it's that time of year where if you're running your AC, you may still need a fan to either help the air move around or even run it in another room to keep it cooler, because we know not all rooms are created equal. You always have a really cold room in the winter and a really hot room in the summer, and this fan can help. It is fairly easy to put together. I've made videos on putting it together, so you can do it. You don't need any kind of help with it. You can probably do it yourself, but go check that out. Limited time deal. So there again, I don't know when it's going to end, but you don't want to miss this one. We know I've been using it, and I refuse to unplug it to bring it over here, but I got it going. Next up, we've got this from a Lifewit, and this is something if you've got kids going away to school and they're going to be bringing you home their laundry. If you are going camping, and that's what I see it more for, is people going camping. Yes, you can use it in your house every day, but it is waterproof. So this is the laundry bag, and I've had it folded up. I've got so much stuff in here to show you today because I didn't want you to miss out on anything. We've got Prime Days coming up, but these are some early specials. So here it is. It is big, and inside it is lined. And so that way, if you've got damp clothes, either, like I said, maybe you've been camping, your kids come in from swimming or going to the beach or whatever, and you want something so it doesn't get dampness all over, here you go. Those kids going to college, yeah, they're going to be bringing home the laundry, and you know this. Give them something to keep it in, and maybe, you know, the stink will stay with them. Maybe they'll just learn to do their own laundry. We can hope, but that probably comes later. But this is, again, a limited time deal for 46% off. Wanted to get that on here for you in case you hadn't seen it. It is big, like really big, and it's got the straps. These straps are sewn on really, really well. I've got several Lifewit products that they've sent me and I've used, and let me tell you, they have some good construction. I haven't had any of my products where the handles fall off or anything like that. The top is a metal around here, so it's going to help keep it open and not just, it's not going to fall down on itself. So there you go, a limited time deal. I don't know how long it's going to last. It is telling me, I believe 16% claimed. So once those are all claimed, it's gone. And you'll have to just live with the fact that you missed it. But it wasn't my fault. I brought it out to show you. So, and I can hear my dogs outside barking. If you hear them, that is because the Amazon man is here. And I think it's an Amazon man. We've been having a guy usually. Although, I don't know. They're way late, so it could be someone else. So there you go. Like I said, these deals come and go. I have no way of keeping them around for you. When they're gone, they're gone. And that's all I can tell you. So, next up, I've got so much stuff. I'm like, where did I put it? Oh, here, right in front of me. This next one is also limited time. 40, I think it says, I got on the wrong glasses, 49% off right now that I see it. And so it is also a limited time deal. This is by Simply Gourmet. I had to see what brand they were. Measuring spoons and cups. And let me tell you, I am not an expert cook. Most people don't want to eat my cooking, but I have some great stuff that makes me look like I know what I'm doing, and this is one of them. I have friends who do a lot of baking, and I have one friend who is a baker, and they were like, how come you got such nice measuring cups and spoons? They know I can't cook. And I told them, that's because I just got good stuff and I don't know how to cook, so I got to look good. But here are the spoons, and they have a flat bottom. I hope you can tell this. Yes, the bottom is flat, so when you set them down, if you're like me, you've had the ones with the rounded bottom, so you set them down and it kind of falls over, and there goes your flour, your sugar, whatever it is. These have flat bottoms, so they're not going to temp over as easy. Will they temp over? Oh, they can, and trust me, if I can spill something, I will do it, because I am a professional at that. But they all come on the nice ring. These are heavy. When I was sent these, I was like, what's in this box? Because they are so heavy. But I don't have to worry about them not, you know, breaking or anything else. Here, the measuring cups, also another flat round bottom on those, on all of them. Look how pretty they are. I've got pretty cookware because I'm so bad at cooking, I don't use it all the time. But this is a limited time special. Like I said, if you're watching the replay, you may or may not get it. Well, I had them all apart and they've all went back together. This is live. This is how you know it's live, because nothing seems to work. The dogs just came in and they are all excited. You may see one here in a minute. But limited time, 49% off. How long they'll stay on special? Not sure. 49% to me is one of those big, holy smokes. You know, we see a lot of times you get a 10% off or something. But 49, that's a heck of a savings. I can tell you that right now. I shop so much on Amazon, I know a good deal when I see one. So, next up is one of my favorite items. This, I'm going to try to grab it all. I love this. This is a smoothie maker, or a personal blender smoothie maker. Yeah, say personal blender if you want. Now, here is the actual machine itself. It's not very big, and it comes with 2 tumblers. I only pulled out one to show you. I wasn't dragging the whole thing in here. It comes with 2 of the tumblers, and here is, you get one of these with your blades, and then you get 2 lids. And so whenever you go to do this, and I've done demos on these, you put in your whatever you want in here. You're going to just screw that cap on. You are going to have, whoops, this plugged in, and you're going to put on, hold it down, and it is going to start blending. I love it. So easy. This is the easiest thing I've ever used, and I can cook milkshakes and smoothies. I am a pro at that. Then once you get that all blended up, please don't turn it upside down when you open it. You've got your lids, and they do have these lids. I don't put these in the dishwasher because, let me show you here. See this? This seals that so good. I don't want the extra heat to damage it in any way. And with this, you've got that rubber ring in there. So I always hand wash these things because I just don't want that to get ruined by it being too hot and heated up. So there you go. Check this out. Now, when I say this seals, it seals because I've taken them and turned them upside down and it seals. To open it, yeah, there you go. Got the little handle so you can carry it or attach it to your pack as you're running out the door for work. But this is also on special. I'm seeing it, it says 11% off, and then on the other one, I don't know. Did I, oh, well, it could be better than 11% off. It just started changing. So I don't know. I'm seeing 2 different things, and I just refreshed, saw something else. So let's hope it's still on special. Like I said, especially with Prime Days coming up on July 16th and 17th, specials are changing like crazy. So I even had to redo my whole stream today because specials were changing so fast. Some of the things I had were not going to be on special, and I'm like, oh. So I had to change stuff out. And we have Evans in the house. Good evening, Evans. I hope it is not too hot for you today. We are another day over 115 degrees out here on the southwest side of the U.S. Yeah, it's warm. I have an air conditioner, a window air conditioner in one room. I was gonna put it in the stream tonight, and they sold out. Who'd have guessed? Heat wave, and they're selling out of ACs. I'm like, well, there you go. I had a couple of different fans I thought about including, and boom, them are going like crazy too. It's just, it's stinking hot. But they said, I think today is the last day of our excessive heat, which means we're only going to be like 110. We set records out here. That's always exciting. I love setting records, not for heat or cold, but we did it. Oh my gosh, my gosh. And Evans, I think Gina and I are going live for Prime. I don't know when. It will be off schedule because that'll be a Tuesday and Wednesday. But we are going live sometime. I just don't have an exact time. You'll have to watch for us. Gina is out and about to a baseball tournament. Who knew? It's summer. She's got a lot of stuff going. Yes, watch for us because I'm sure we will have loads of fun. and loads of deals. In fact, I have some stuff that should be delivered tomorrow, and I was told that it should be on Prime. So tomorrow, as soon as it gets here, I'm gonna have to go out in the heat, try to get stuff, videos and everything done so that I can include new stuff. I'm always excited to get new stuff. I've been trying to get a bunch of some tools and stuff like that. I know some of y'all aren't into tools as much as I am, but they're kind of fun because they're different. And I get to go do something. This is my URPOWER steamer. I've been using this poor thing. They sent it to me to check out and see how it works, and I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. I have a Conair steamer that I've used until the poor little thing is, it just doesn't work like it used to. I've had it for years. And so when they sent this, because I don't use an iron, I'm not getting out an ironing board and all of that. So if I've got clothes I need to hang up, whether I'm wearing them or if I need to take pictures of them and I don't want to press them, I just need to steam them out, this is what I've been grabbing. And this thing is awesome. Now, one of the things I want to show you about this, for one, they have a minimum and a max button or level on here for your water. Make sure you watch that if you don't want it below the minimum and you don't want to overfill it. Another thing I want to tell you, this is not an iron. You're not going to tip it up and steam. This is a steamer you're going to use like this. You can use it on furniture, on curtains. I've used it just hanging clothes up here and steam them out so I don't look like a ragamuffin. It is small enough you could take it with you. You're going on vacation, but you want to take some nice clothes because you got something planned. There's your steamer, little on and off button here. This cord, look at this. I don't remember, I know I measured it one other time when I talked about, but this has a really long cord, which means I can use it all over the place. I don't have to keep everything right by outlet. I don't have to worry about using an extension cord. One of the other things I will tell you is it gets hot, very hot. So make sure you're watching for your kids and pets. Now, if Stella is in the house, I lock her out of the room when I use this because it makes a hissing sound, you know, steam. And it drives her insane and she jumps at it. So I don't want her to touch it. It gets way too hot. Turn it off, let it cool down before you let the kids or the pets get near it. That's not a fault, that's just the way it is. Also, when you use one of these, I'm going to say this over and over with any coffee makers I got tonight too. Anything that you put water in, I use purified water. I do not use my tap water because we've got sediments and minerals and all that deposits and everything in there, and it will clog up the tubing. On something like this, you'll start seeing buildup here. If you do see a buildup here, what I do, and the company didn't tell me this, I do it. I get vinegar and water and hold on it. You can press on it, and it will help break some of that up. With coffee makers, things like this, if I notice that they are getting a little clogged, I run some vinegar water through them and then rinse them real good, run it some more. But that will help break stuff up. With something like this where everything's internal, you'll break that stuff up, but it'll still clog your holes. So it's best just to prevent that from happening by using clean water. Tap water everywhere has deposits. Some are worse than others. Now that is on special, and I'm double checking everywhere because, like I said, I see things on special and then they weren't, and then they changed. It's been crazy. And right now I'm seeing it at 25% off on my desktop and on my app here that I'm streaming from. So you're going to save 25%. It also comes with the little measuring cup and the cloth brush, so that attaches to the front. I just didn't grab those. So there you go. We're going to get you steamed and ready to go. And I have used these steamers for all kinds of stuff. Even if I just want to clean something a bit, use the steamer. It's easier. And we have more specials coming up. So if you're just tuning in, be sure to follow along. Hit that follow button. If you're watching live on Amazon, you do have the capability of commenting and asking questions. Family friendly. If you're watching afterwards, the comments on Amazon are only available while the show is live. Once the show is ended, there are no more comments, so make sure you are here when we go live. Well, not we today, it's a me thing. All right, next up, I've got something that it's one of those things you don't know you need until you need it, or until you have it and then you realize how good it is. You know how some of those things are, you're like, oh, do I need that? But when you get it, you go ahead, or somebody sends it to you, or you go ahead and take a chance and you're like, how did I live without that? Here you go. This was sent to me by a RENPHO. This is an eye massage mask. Yeah, I take my glasses off to do this. But it is going to put pressure across your eyes and massage them. But wait, there's more. It also, you can feel it. It rolls across your temples. Now, I gotta be honest here. My favorite thing is when it rolls across, it'll go across my eyes and I'm like, oh. And I know what's coming. And it starts across them temples and I'm like, oh, awesome. It does have heat, so you can set if you want to heat it up. It's been a little hot here, so I haven't done that. It also comes with 3 soundtracks. So over here, let me feel them right there. On each side is a little speaker. So it's got 3 nature soundtracks that you can listen to, or you can hook it up to your Bluetooth and listen to your favorite music, your favorite podcast, whatever, while you're using it. Now, one of the other things that I like about this is it has, I'm going to try to do it without, here. And the back is adjustable while I get this out here. This piece here is just attached with hook and loop. You know what I'm talking about. So you can take this out and clean it, because I've let other people try this, and then I can take this out and wash it, no biggie. It also has a timer. So what I suggest everybody do, everybody got to do this. What you do is, I'll set the timer for 10 minutes. I'll take a break, set the timer for 10 minutes. That way I know after 10 minutes, I'm done. I got to get back to work, got to get things going again until my next break. But having that timer is very handy, because otherwise you're just gonna be like, and might be out. Let's see. Evan says that eye massager is awesome, puts me to sleep. Eye massage, oh, it's got a $20 coupon. Ding, 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 ding. Evans has brought some good news to the house right there. $20 coupon. I didn't even notice that. So there you go. Now is your chance. If you want to have a new best friend, get him one of these. You can have a new best friend. Because, yeah, this is one of the things that I've looked at them, and of course, when I had my facial nerve disorder, Stella, what are you, oh, had to see what Stella Blue was chewing. I couldn't have anything touch my face, but since I had my surgery and stuff, I'm like, I can try one of these. It sounded interesting, and it is. It will put you to sleep. That's why I set the timer, Evans, so I don't go to sleep. Or if I do, it quits, and then I'm like, oh, wait. I don't even turn, I usually don't have the volume on for any music. I don't have it hooked up to my Bluetooth. I like to hear the sound of that expanding and then rolling across my temples. I just listen to that, and it's kind of a rhythm, and I like listening to it. Then again, I'm weird. But I could see putting a podcast on and just calling it a day. I usually listen to hard rock music, so that would not be very relaxing. Probably not the way I should do it. All right, the next one, I'm going to give you a little heads up. There's an ick factor to this. An ick, as in, ew, gross. You don't like gross things? Turn your head. Don't leave, just turn your head. I'll let you know when it's safe to come back. All right, this is a pantry moth trap. And they come like this, all right? And they are on special. Now, I had never, ever heard of pantry moths in my life until we got them. Then I'm like, what is this and what do I do? They are a royal pain to get rid of. You don't even know how many you have until you get something like one of these traps. They come like this. Now I'm going to show you one of ours because I took everything out of the cabinets. Everything. Pots, pans, everything. Sprayed everything down over and over, vacuumed over and over. It was about a couple months process, and still get one here and there. I'm going to show you this is just a little cardboard trap you can hang up, and right here it is. Now I'm going to show you the ick part. Be prepared. There are some stuck in there. I've saved this so I can show it whenever I demo it. But I've seen people say, I still saw a moth, or a moth didn't go in. These traps are designed with the pheromones to attract males. So the female moths aren't necessarily going to be attracted and go in here and get stuck on the stick. It's got sticky all the way around. And I will tell you, it is very, very sticky. So whenever you're putting it together, just watch that you don't touch it. It's sticky. But it attracts the male moths. And so if all the male moths are in there and they're stuck, it means they're not making more baby moths. And it is a big process with all the cleaning you have to do. But these, I mean, you may not even know you still have some. I'm thinking, oh, I've got rid of all of them. I have cleaned till I can't clean anymore. I haven't seen any. Put out a trap and I'll be daggone. There's more. So you may not even see them, and they're there. Pantry moths come in usually a lot of times with food that you brought in. So it's not something you even know you have until you see a little moth and it looks like a little baby moth, and you're like, oh, where'd that come from? And you keep seeing a couple and you're like, what are these, and why have I got baby moths? And then before you know it, if by the time you see them, you've got too many. It was fun. That's why I'm letting you know. Pantry moths, hit those up, because you still have to do everything else. It's not going to instantly solve your issue, but it's going to help you get that issue taken care of a lot quicker. So I could give you a whole lesson on that, but it's a little more than most people want to know. Most people don't want to even know about pantry moths. I never heard of them. then when I did, it was too late. I had to learn quick. All right, let me see. This. Oh. There we go. Up next, I know Evans has seen this before, but again, on special. Special while I'm live, I can see them. If you're watching the replay, they may or may not be there. In fact, some specials have changed since I set this show up earlier. So this is a 600 watt hand mixer, and it comes with a little stand, and it's got your beaters and your other little things. And Evan says a 20% coupon on the mixer. Bonus. Yes, yes, yes. And here is your mixer. I love this little thing. For one, it's got turbo. When it has turbo, I like it. Works great. I like it because I don't have to worry about my beaters getting lost in another drawer. They're right here. Take a hand towel. I say this every time I show it. I wish they had a cover to go over it, but you can take a hand towel and just flop over it because it's not really very big. But it works great. I'm not a chef. I'm telling you, I always say this. I'm not a good cook, but I have all the tools, so when I do cook, it makes me look even better. People think my cooking's better just because I got cool stuff. We have to, I mean, it's all in the presentation at my house because it sure isn't in the taste. That's why I do streams with just tools, is because my cooking is not that great. I try, people. I try. But we have a good discount going on it. I suggest if you're getting yourself a mixer or someone else, go over and check this out. Links down below. You can just click on that and it'll take you straight to the page. I have so much stuff today. I picked out a lot. I'm by myself. I don't have Gina in here giggling and carrying on about some crazy stuff. So we grabbed a bunch of stuff. All right. Oh my gosh. How are you? I haven't seen you for a while. Yes, Gina's off her rocker. She fell off the rocker and now she's not here. She can't get up. No. Gina's busy today, but that's okay. She might, I think she'll be here for Prime, and then we'll see when she can come in. Yeah. Pudgy, I didn't know you were still around. Haven't seen you forever. I thought maybe you had melted like the rest of us. Hope it's cooler wherever you're at, because it's way too hot here. I'm not enjoying this. Everybody, oh, go to the pool. Great pool weather. No, you can't go to the pool because as soon as you step outside, it's too hot. Oh, and you're here every day. See? I didn't know that. I'm just not here every day. Oh, yeah. Pudgy says 94 plus humidity. It's 110 in Alabama. Oh, yeah, you're not doing any better than we are out here. We're a dry heat. I don't care how dry it is. 120 and one. I got in my truck the other day, and it's been parked in the shade, and my thing says it's 122 outside. I'm like, that's not good. I don't like that idea. Yeah, no thanks. Oh, I've got this backwards. But this is another special Yours will not look like this. When you order it and you get it new, it will not look like this. This poor thing has made more popcorn than I don't even know how much to say it's made. But Yes, it's been well used. This is a super easy to use on special. While I'm live, I see it at 28% off. Yay! So you can have a snack. I love popcorn. Popcorn is a food group. Popcorn is something I can cook. I'm good at making popcorn. I don't care how I make it. I can make it in a pan. I can make it a hot air poppers. I can make it with this. I love popcorn, and so do my dogs. So, super easy to do. You're going to put in whatever type of oil you want and turn it on. Put a couple of kernels in there. Let it start spinning because this is going to spin. You've got your lid on it. Yes, don't forget to put your lid on it. And it will start popping. Now, I'm gonna give you a tip here. Take this off. When you make your popcorn, take this off so the steam can come out. Because I've had people say, oh, I don't like those because my popcorn's soggy. Take this off so steam can come out and you won't have as much steam in here. If you leave it on, it's going to get really soggy in there. Don't want to do that. But super easy to use. I'm sure a lot of the kids can use it if they're older and supervised and such. If you want, you can put butter up on top and it will automatically get warm and start melting down. I don't personally do that. I just make my butter warm on the side and then pour it on. But I love this thing. And when I saw it was on special, I'm like, I'm pulling out the popcorn popper. Which actually what that means is later after the show, since this is already out, I think I'm going to have to make some popcorn. The dogs will be excited too. They love popcorn. All right, all right, all right. We've got more stuff coming up. Pudgy said, I swear it's worse than Florida. Let me tell you, when I lived in Florida, I lived not far from the beach. And so, you know, I did get that breeze and I was a lot younger then. Now that I'm older, this heat is getting to me. And when I talk about moving back to the southeast, I just have to think, can I take the humidity? Because I'm not used to it anymore. Oh, I don't know. Sometimes you just live with the evil you know, and that evil today happens to be the heat. All right. If you are watching live, it is July 11th, 2024, and we've got specials. How long they're going to last, don't know. They've been coming and going, but hopefully you'll be able to get in on those. Next up, we have the Bormioli. I don't know how to say this, but they are glass coffee cups. They come in a pack of 6. I only pulled out one. I wasn't pulling out all 6 to show you, but here they are. Now, why I like these, I'm a coffeeaholic. Coffee, popcorn, some of these things are good. I can make coffee. I can make coffee like you wouldn't believe. But if you make hot drinks, whether it's hot cocoa with some whipped cream and a little bit of peppermint on top, or sprinkles or whatever, or you make any kind of coffee with froth, things like that, these look cool. So when you have guests over, they are impressed with your coffee skills. When you see a nice dark coffee and then your froth on top and you can see through the glass, kaboom. Impressive, let me tell you. I was bartender for over 15 years and we always use glass coffee cups for a lot of our hot drinks because they look fancier. So there you go. These are, so far, these are the biggest ones. 54% off while I'm live. I see it. How long it's going to last, don't know. Hopefully you'll be able to catch those specials. Hit that follow button so that you're here when we go live. And there again, we as in me. Or maybe Gina will be here too. And you'll be able to catch these specials because they can leave at any time. And I can't do nothing to help you out with that. Wish I could. I don't have that option. If I could make things stick around, I would absolutely. Next up, if you like to cook out. There again, I'm not a chef. I'm not good at cooking. I have watched the cooking shows. And you know how they press on the meat when it's cooking? And depending on how much it gives, they say, oh, that's this temperature or that. And they can tell. I don't have that skill set. So, this is what I have. I can stick, it's a meat thermometer. Yes, I can stick this in the meat and the digital reading is going to tell me at what temperature it is so I know if it's done. Because I don't want to, I don't want raw meat. I don't want it, to me, I'd have to cook it all the way through and be burnt to a crisp for me to say, okay, it's done, if I didn't have this. Because I don't have that touch and guess ability. Just not my DNA. Pudgy says, remember the Great British Bake Off show? Oh, I know there was a Bake Off, some kind of baking show. I don't watch TV, but I have in the past. And I do know they had one that they used to make all kinds of, them people made all kinds of stuff that was so far above my skill level. And they made it from scratch. I can bake a cake. I can pour that box out in a bowl, mix it up. I'm good at that. Anything else? No. I also watched, they've had all kinds of cooking shows, you know, where they go in, even the little kids with Gordon Ramsay, whatever one that is. And they got little kids in there making stuff from scratch. And I'm like, how do you do that? Not in my DNA, so therefore, kaboom. Saving the meat so I don't ruin it. And you don't get food poisoning. Double bonus. That is on special while we are alive. I see it right now at 27% off. Oh, and Pudgy says, he heard they got a Great American Bake Off by the same host. Maybe I should try out for that show. Probably not. I'm gonna guess. I'd hate to go in there and show everybody up. That's all I'm gonna say. They would be so intimidated by my cooking skills. Yeah. If nothing else, it would make good viral videos of people who can't cook. Kind of like when you watch American Idol or the other talent shows, and they always show those people that have zero talent. That would be me in a cooking show. Absolutely, without a doubt, that would be me. All right, this is a little dusty. I haven't used this for a while, but it's on special. And there again, I am bringing you specials tonight. This is by a Winco. This is one of their AirPots. Yes, 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 AirPot. Now, this is good if you've got, if you're traveling and you want to put coffee, you want to get your water for your hot chocolate, things like this. This is not one that you're going to make coffee or hot chocolate in. You're going to have it hot, and it's going to keep it hot for you. It does have a lock on the top, so when it's not locked, you can push this button down, and of course your liquid will come out here. Or you can lock it by just turning it, and now it won't go down. So that's kind of a safety feature if you're dealing with kids and things like that. It just opens up. This comes out. You want to make sure you clean this good after each use. Trust me. Clean it good. You don't want stuff left over in it, even if you've just used it for hot water. And this one does have, you see this little tag here? My other tags are back here. So you can label it. So if you've got a few of these, you do maybe church events, and you've got 3 or 4 of these, you're going to want to put, say, one of them, one color is hot water, one color is coffee, one color is something else, so that you can keep them straight and people know what they are. And instead of like we used to do, put a big piece of masking tape across here and write on it, and then it always looks gross. You don't have to do that anymore. Color code them with your little thingies right there. So 20% off while I'm live. I'm seeing this special. Don't know how long it'll last though, so don't miss it. And if you miss it, sorry. Make sure here on Amazon you click the follow so you can get here and see the specials while we're live. All right, I went on a coffee spree. I haven't done a coffee show in I don't know how long, and so I thought tonight I've got so many coffee items that are on special. I wanted to make sure I grab some of these for you, because I know a lot of people are doing family reunions, class reunions. I've got a class reunion coming up this weekend. I'm not going to be there, but there's one coming up. You've got weddings. You've got all kinds of, you know, Bible schools, all kinds of events, ball events, sporting events, and these are handy. Evan says, yum coffee. Yes, coffee and popcorn, a food group. All right. Oh, we're doing good on time. I grabbed extra products. I'm still doing good on time. This next one is a coffee urn, and it's good size. It is 30 cups. This is how I start my Saturdays, people. Yes. Pudgy says popcorn and craft beer. I do popcorn and coffee. Yes. Got to do something. 31% off is what I'm seeing right now. Here is the lid. It latches in here. And so if you're going to have an event and you don't want to use one of those little 12-cup coffee things and be making coffee and everybody standing in line while you're hosting your waffle breakfast for some charity, you don't want to be making coffee. You want to make it 30 cups at a time. Trust me. This comes off, and in here is your coffee basket. There again, these need cleaned every time you use it. If you can use purified water, I've got a water store that has where we go and fill 3 and 5 gallon jugs. That's what I use in things. This might be a little harder depending on where you're at and how much you're going to have to make. But if you're doing an event, this is the way to go. Granted, some of you don't need this every morning before you go to work. Some of you might. I'm not going to say anything. I know how some people are. Yes, Evans agrees. Popcorn and coffee. I thought so. And, you know, me, I'm bringing out the 30-cup one. I don't think I brought out the 42-cup one. I've got a 42-cup one. I could have brought it out, and we could have just really went to coffee crazy. But it may not have been on special. This one is 31% off that I'm seeing while we're live. Hope you can get that special and save yourself a few bucks. Pudgy says, I don't drink coffee no more. I don't drink it no less either. So, I love my coffee. We won't say anything to Christina Nishi about my coffee, though. She thinks I drink garbage coffee. We won't mention it. All right. Next special up. Yeah, because I got to thinking about it whenever I was lining up this show. And like I said, I had to take some things off because they ended from their special. and I was looking through to find other stuff, and I was thinking about when I saw the first big coffee maker, I was like, oh, events. Tons of events going on. Everybody's having something going on. And so then, here we go. This is another hot water pot, similar to the, I don't know where I just put it. Oh. There. Look at this. I am ready. I am telling you, I am ready. They are a different size and a little bit different, but here you go. This is by Chefman. It is 22% off. This one is, it also has a lock on it right there. And this one has a cord. So this one, you can actually take and put your water in, and it's going to heat up. So, and it doesn't take it very long. I haven't timed it for a long time, but it doesn't take that long to heat up. And so you just plug this in, and it's going to keep your water nice and hot, so people can either, I mean, you can use it for anything, whether you're having hot chocolate, whether you're having, maybe you're serving cup of soups, or you're having a tea thing, whatever you need it for, it will keep it hot, very hot. So therefore, be careful with the kids. But, get my finger out of there. And right there are your buttons. So yes, you can lock it. And it does have, if you push the button, the water will come out. Or you can set it right here. And when you hit this going up, it will then dispense the coffee, so people don't have to touch it. They just use their cup if you need to. So go check that out while it is on special. Evans can't live without her coffee, and Pudgy has other problems with coffee. I live on coffee. I'm going to live on popcorn here in a little bit. See, I got my coffee right here. At one time, I think I had 80 some coffee makers. I like my coffee makers and all of those things. Everybody always laughed at me, but that's okay. I don't care. I am over it. I don't have as many, and then again, I go through coffee makers because I do have them on all day, and so I do have coffee makers that finally just say, that's it. All right, let me move this. And this, I'm going to look for the dog, is also from RENPHO, that had the eye massage mask. We've got a scale. Hang on. Let me get this, see if it will hold it for me. This is a scale with an app, so for your phone, so you can track your weight loss, your weight gain, whatever you're doing. And I want to show you before it goes off. Look at this. I know it's hard in it because it's reflecting the phone, but it has a nice big digital numbers so you can see it. It's not, you know, some of those, you have little numbers or you have to try to read them and you can't see them. This has big digital numbers. And they're in these comments just trying to get me in trouble. I can tell you that right now. But there's all kinds of things that this is going to help you with. Not only for if you just want to keep track of your weight, whether you're trying to lose it, whether you're trying to gain it. Maybe you are trying to gain muscle mass and lose fat. All kinds of things. You can have more than one too. So whenever it's hard to do it while I'm holding it, but you can have different people on here too and pick who it is. So if you and your husband are trying to want to use it, you can set up 2 separate things so it can do yours and his and not mix them up, which is really handy because I know a lot of people, your weight's way different and you don't want to start that. So we've got this on special for 8% off. Not the biggest savings there is, but better than nothing, and especially if you are wanting to get a little bit healthier this summer before winter comes. You've been out exercising, you've been trying to get in shape and take care of things. Here you go. Like I said, you have to get the app, and I don't have the app on this phone. I'd have to end this and try to, it won't work, but it'll be a game changer. And don't hold me to that, because I'm just saying it's a game changer as far as I'm concerned. You're on your own. You got to change your own game there. But we've still got more stuff. Holy smokes, it is 6:56. I thought I could be done in an hour, but we're going to go a little bit extra here. That's okay. Let me see. Oh, we have covered coffee pots of all kinds. I even have one left. I see now. Oops. I thought I put them all together, but I guess not. This next item, though, is when you get your little glass coffee cups that we showed you, and you've got some cool coffee, and you want to make it special, here is a frother. Now, this comes on the little stand so that when you're done and you've cleaned it, after you clean it, then you can just stand it up, and it's not going to, with this, my thought was, I've seen these before, and not all of them have a stand. Well, where are you going to put this that's not going to get damaged? I couldn't ever figure that out. So, hello? How handy is that? And it looks kind of cute too. They come in all different colors. This is Robin's Egg Blue. I was going to say, I don't know what exact color, but yes, I do. I see it. Robin's Egg Blue. I like that one. I think it's cute. Oops, I got Stella Blue is, she's like, what is that noise? Here you go. It's almost like a power tool. And Evan says she loves her milk frother. Yes. Gotta have that frothy, fancy stuff sometimes. I don't do it all the time, but once in a while, I do. Here's the thing I'm going to tell you, give you a little hint here, so you're not upset. If milk froths differently depending on if it's whole milk, if it's low-fat milk, almond milk. I've seen people try to use all kinds of milk, and different milk froths differently. Also, the heat of it, how hot it is, can make a big difference. If you try to froth cold milk, it's just not going to work. And so check what kind of milk you use and kind of determine how much it's going to froth before you say, oh, you expect it to do this, and then it's just not possible because of the fat content or lack of fat content, or maybe you didn't heat it up. And you know what? I used this for eggs one time. I didn't want to get out my mixer, and so I had a whole big thing of eggs and I was going to scramble them. I used this. So it can be done. It just leaves a heck of a mess. It's a pain to clean up, but you can do it. Now, usually I just take this and stick it right in the soapy water, turn it off, and then rinse it, and there I am. I do it the lazy way. And yes, eggs did not work so well. I made a real mess that I kind of wish I hadn't done. But in a bind, you could use it. And this is a 13% off right now while we're live. I see it is still on special. Like I said, we've had things coming and going today. Let's see. Oh, my last coffee maker. I have a couple more coffee items. Another one for you. All right. Next up is my Bodum French press. Now, there's all kinds of coffee you can have. This is French press, and I didn't know for a long time what French press coffee was. Had no clue. I had to ask. Now, I've got my spoon in here. Let me get that out. Oh, Evan says whip peppermint mocha for her coffee. Oh, isn't she a bit fancy? Peppermint mocha. I see how you are there. I don't get that fancy. Not at all. That just takes so much work for me. Oh, I'm sure it is good. Here is your stainless steel mesh. Yeah, yours is probably not going to look quite as used as mine. When you first get it, it's going to look super nice. And then you're going to have it for years and it's going to start looking a little different. There it's got the little mesh to catch the ground. And it's hard to do with one hand, but there you go. Gonna just push it all the way down and you're ready to go. This is a glass. So it does come out. I gotta be careful because I'm always afraid I'm gonna drop it when I'm not really in a place to do this. But here is your little metal container and your glass beaker so you can get that good and clean. But this is on special 43% off while we're live. I see it. So if this is something you've been watching, you're like, I want one of those. It's on special right now. Don't know how long it'll last. I know I keep saying that, but I don't want somebody who just tuned in to not realize they may miss it. And oh, Evan says she gets it. It's Nestle Coffee Mate already. Oh, yeah, if it's already made, I haven't tried it. I may have to look for peppermint mocha then, over for Nestle. See, this is why I'm here. I know it's kind of hard to imagine exactly what some of us do when we do these lives, but there's a lot of times, just like with the eye mask massager, there's things that maybe we haven't tried before or wouldn't try or whatever when we get them, so that we can, you know, test them out and show you guys. And then we're like, oh my gosh. But just like with Evans coming in and talking about different things, she's been in here at different shows, and we are like, oh, I didn't know that. Or when Gina's on with me and she's got products I've never seen before or never used. And so it's actually kind of fun to get to try new stuff or learn new stuff. There's just millions of products, and if you don't hear about them from your friends or family or whatever, you may never know they exist. Because I don't watch TV, so I don't see commercials. Yeah. Although, that's what I'm basically here for, is one giant commercial. All right. We are on the last product, and it is for coffee again. Evan says, if I get that Nestle peppermint mocha, whip it with my little milk frother that I just had. You know what? She's going to make me look like a professional chef yet. Although that's probably pushing it. All right. This last item, I love these little things. These are reusable, like your K Cups. So I don't always get coffee in K Cups, or when I have friends over or I go to friends and they've got a machine that you need those little cups. A lot of times there's specialty coffees that maybe you don't like or they don't like if they're coming over. So here you go. This way too, if there's a coffee you just love, but it's all comes already ground, or you want to grind it fresh, then you can use these little cups. And they come in, I think there's 12 of them. I had to think. I'm like 10 or 12. But when I've used my machines, and when I went to visit a friend and she had all her coffee is always done with the little K cups. And there's a lot of the specialty coffees I don't want to have to mess with getting and taking and all that. So I just took these and took my own coffee that I always have and can use them. How handy is that? Yeah. So get a set of these so that you are ready to go. And in case you don't want to get the little cups, and I know some people don't want the little cups because they're plastic and the environment, so you can just get your own ground coffee or grind your own coffee and use these. They're again on special while we are alive. Yes, Evan, so much cheaper. I'm all about saving the money. If I can save money, I am excited. I'm like, bonus when it comes to saving those monies. I won't say any more. I have been told I am very tight with money. I'm frugal. We all got to be something. And look at this. We did all of those products in only 7 minutes over an hour. 1 hour, 7 minutes. See what we can do when Gina doesn't show up? She is sitting somewhere, I don't know what, she's probably sleeping by now. And here we are just having a party without her, saving money, seeing new products, having a blast. And like I said, she'll probably be back for Prime Day, and then we'll see on Thursdays if she's around. And Evan's coupons. Coupons can be good if you get the right coupons. I always get coupons for stuff I don't want. I'm like, oh look, a great coupon, I can save a lot of money. But it's not for anything I ever use, so that doesn't work out so hot. And if you are just tuning in, at the beginning of the show, I did a lot of specials that were limited time deals. I'm not even, well, they might still be good, but they will run out for sure. These other deals, I'm sure they're not going to be around forever. So hit that follow button. Be sure to tune in Thursday evenings at 6 p.m. Pacific to see what I've got. And you might also see Gina in here, and she always brings some stuff that I don't have, I've never heard of, so she's always showing us something new. Evans Pudgy, thank you for coming in and commenting with me. Now I'm going to go pick up all this stuff, put it back where it belongs. And the sun is going down so I can actually step outside. Well, Evan's always happy to bring you some deals. You never know. You might just find something you've been dying to get. And we've got it on special. So y'all have a great evening, great weekend. We will see you on Prime Tuesday and Wednesday. Don't miss it. It's going to be hot. Hopefully not 120 hot, but it's going to be hot.